show you. This rap shit be regular. Fuck niggas. I don't see competitors. Me ain't the same. Cause I be letting her. And I know your type. Why you sweating her? Acting just like Nicki. All these niggas trying to fight me, but that tough talk is me shit. Bet it up. We can knuckle up. Really, what you want to do? Shit. I could grab that thing and make a double dutch. Shout out Buddha Evie. He just doubled up. Type of shit I'm trying to see my youngest coming up. Still ain't heard about every been I fuck with us. Don't let me lock eyes with your bitch, I'ma fuck it up. I don't lie to my bitch, she gon' help me come. I told you little niggas, I'm the chosen one. I'll show you little niggas how it's really done. Big game, little brody, bet I make 'em fall in love. Look, I know they talking shit, that's why I'm limping with a stick. Something like a pick the way I'm scouting for the bitch. That's what you did, dog. I ain't never switch. All about my shit, just keep your hands up on my head. I don't even trip, cause I know no one showed you. Sloppy with the drip, cause I do it how to post it. I can put you on, come on, baby, lift up and watch daddy, he gon' show you. Daddy, he gon' show you. I can talk shit real nice and sell dope too. Every time you swipe your card, it never go through. Nobody answer when I call. I get the Pro Tools. I might die if I don't got it. That's why I tote tools. That's why I tote blinks. I like to smoke shit. When I get the M, I'ma flip it. I won't post pics. The hoes let her say that I'm tripping because I don't shit. Used to stack your tickets, stay on the business. Get off the work shit. Every time my phone ring, it make me crack a smile. What you mean I'll be put up? I'm out in traffic now. Then I pull up on me playing, I'll pack you down. I gotta keep like 5,000 just to wrap around. I gotta keep a nickel just to speak. My kids think I'm rich, so it cost me a ticket just to eat. It's hard to stack a 50 when you been spending 10 a week. I ain't had no harder hits, so I told Twin to sit a freak. Look, I know they talking shit, that's why I'm limping with a stick. Something like a pimp the way I'm scouting for the bitch. Regardless what you did, dog, I ain't never switch. All about my shit, just keep your hands up on my dick. I don't even trip, cause I know no one to show you. Floppy with the trick.
Cause I do it how the pros do. Cause we do it how the pros do it, man. What's good? What's good? It's your boy Suave Flex, man. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. You guys already know what I do, man. Whether there's one, two, zero, I do not care. I'm gonna run this call. Reason being is I've been running these calls for already over a year with or without people in the calls, okay? So I'm here to show you guys exactly what we're here to do, okay? TSQ. Okay. Again, it's your boy Suave Flex, man, coming live with the Splash Bros. You already know the Splash Brother. All right. Now, this is what we're going to do. We're going to go straight into TSQ, and I want you guys to really understand what trend, structure, and quarter level means. Okay. And if you don't know, we're going to get closer to these orange lines, and you guys are going to understand how these quarter level work, in order to understand the strategy that we are teaching. Okay. And if you haven't, got your one-on-one session with me or Joe, definitely lock in with us. Lock in with us. It's mandatory. The only reason I know this is because of Joe. So if you really want to lock in with Joe, lock in with Joe. I mean, it's going to be a busy thing, but this is why we do the Sunday calls, guys. This is why we do Sunday calls, for you guys to understand what trend, structure, and quarter levels are. Okay. Not only that, we also want you guys to win in every trade that you guys take and have the confidence in every trade that you're taking. We want to make sure that there's confidence behind that trade and that you're confident with taking this TSQ strategy. Okay. So let me get into it, man. 4 hour trend is what we're going to be looking at. Okay. 4 hour trend right now with market open. I'm not sure if you guys seen market open, but my brother Joe called a good sell. Definitely could have seen that coming, but great call out. I didn't mark it up. I didn't get to, but my brother Joe did. And if you're in the lifetime access, then you got access to what exactly happened with that call out. Called the sell for almost 500 plus pips, I believe. And that's exciting, man. And it's not about how much money you're making. And I think I heard either Joe, I forgot who I heard. It was Joe, somebody. I heard somebody, either Wealthy Joe or somebody in our group. Like, it's not about the pips, or it's not about the money. It's about the pips that we're catching. 500 pips, man, on market open. We just started, guys. Like, it's barely Sunday. Like, you guys got to understand, like, TSQ works, trend structure, quarter levels. Not only that, the way that Joe understands these candles, we all understand these candles for sure, but and I really emphasize that because there's candles that you could look at that I learned, that like, oh snap, this, yeah, perfect rejection. This is about to go right back up. Okay. So right now with 4 hour trend, like, look at this candle. Look at these two candles. Honestly, right here, boom. I wouldn't even like call that uptrend. Like I wouldn't even call this uptrend. We've been in this downtrend this whole time. So like realistically, we're in a downtrend. Realistically. Okay? That's why we called the sell. That's why we called that sell because of the downtrend. Not only that, if we zoom out a little bit more, we could see these zones right here, these golden zones. Look at the golden zone. Another golden zone right here, 49.60. Another one, I know our chat, Splash Bros chat was talking about how low can you go? No, how low can gold go to these levels? Like, understand, like we hit what, 48, 50, like not only that, we hit 46, I believe. It was 46 that when it just really just dropped, right? 46.55. And we've been up since. And I don't doubt that, things like that can happen again. I don't doubt that, and especially in this kind of market and condition, right? Where not only that, we're in war, this economy's going crazy. Like you could catch these buys, you could catch these sells. You just got to definitely be smart. Again, what we're teaching is TSQ. So trend, structure, quarter levels. All right. I don't want to get off track right quick. I feel like I was going off track a little bit. But trend, structure, quarter levels. Okay. These orange lines, I told you. Okay. I told you guys that we're going to get into these a little bit. All right, so if I zoom in just a little bit, deep into this 4 hour candle, okay, you have the 5,000 quarter level, okay, 5,000 quarter level. From that level, you could have caught a buy, okay? And the reason you could have caught this buy was because of how it opened above this quarter level. I mean, we called the sell, I believe they called the sell way up here. Some people caught the buy. This is market open, guys, right here, where I'm looking at. Some people caught the buy, were scalping, but realistically, that sell was definitely it for the run. And if we go into the smaller time frames, we'll get into those. But I want you guys to understand these quarter levels with this trend, okay? These quarter levels with this trend, we can go up to the higher areas. Go up. I'm pretty sure Joe would want me to do that. Go up to the higher areas and show them here in these areas where these candles were touching these quarter levels, dropped, stayed right here in this area. You could just see the trend, boom, coming back down, testing these levels, testing these quarter levels, and just staying below. So right here in this area, here, let me zoom in. And this area would have been tricky too. And I say tricky because if we go into now let's go into the smaller time frames, these 30-minute structures right here, where we're trying to find break, retest, things like that. And then not only that, we want to find if our quarter levels are being respected. Okay, these orange lines, if they're being respected, are they staying below? So, for example, this area right here, it's a perfect example. It's the first one that caught my eye right here. Okay, perfect example for you to understand TSQ. Okay, where a trend not only stayed below this quarter level, but you could follow it because what are we in? We're in a downtrend. It came back, retested areas that was a strong resistance. So what does that mean? A strong resistance would have been this ceiling right here. It was a strong resistance for this area. For this area, it was a strong support and it broke through that because look how much times it tested it. Boom, tested, stayed above. Boom, tested. So these areas right here would have been great potential scalp buys because of the quarter level, because of what we teach, because of what we want you guys to understand. So if you were in this market right here, if you were in this market right here, start to if you were in this market right here, look at this. You see how it stayed above? You see how it just shot down? Because why? It stayed below this quarter level right here. It stayed below 51.50. So if we were thinking, okay, TSQ, we know that we're in a downtrend. We want to look at this 30-minute because we're trying to find what? Structure. So if 30-minute structure breaks below 51.50, and we will probably get a retest. And how do I find that retest, Suave? Or how do I find that retest? How? We look from left to right. So if we look this area, and I like to go where the candle last open, you can start like right there. And I say it like right here, like right in these areas or where this candle closed. Since we want to go on that downtrend, we'll look at that sell candle and I'll say, okay, all right, let's get a retest back to this area. So it's what? It shot down, boom, came back up. This next 30 minute, it stayed below. If you're even then, if you're gonna go in this trade, you always want to put a stop loss, okay? Even then, and I say this because, yeah, you're following trend. Now you're following structure. We know that what we're in that downtrend, okay? Now, not only are we in that downtrend, okay, it stayed below this quarter level. That next 30-minute candle stayed below. What time was that at? That was right on the dot at 8 a.m. That's 8 a.m. Yeah, that's 8 a.m. because it's not in military time. Okay? That's 8 a.m. where news happens on a Thursday, right before news actually. So we could have called that. Let's put the indicators on. What were the indicators calling before that? Look at that. EMA's crossed over what? At what? This is at 8, 7:30, 7, 6. At 6 a.m. market already crossed over. I'm sorry, correction. That's on my end, guys. 5:30 a.m. is the new New York session time. Okay, I forgot to change that in the beginning of this call, because daylight savings did switch. So Edgar was calling me. It's like, yo, why is the market open? Like, what the heck is? I'm tripping. Market is now open from 2 p.m. or I'm sorry, closed from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. It used to be from what 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. is where we had to wait, okay, for market to reopen and catch some pips, okay? So now we're looking at the market from 2 to 3 for it to be closed Monday through Friday, okay? So getting back to this structure, EMA's crossed 6 a.m. 6 a.m. So this is 6 a.m. This must have been what? 5:30, right when they crossed. This was the 5:30 candle right here. Oh, I'm sorry, 6 a.m. candle. Tripping. So this was 6:30. Sorry, I'm tripping, guys. 6:30. Look, I got confused off of that New York time. 6 a.m., 5:30, and then 5. Okay, so around this time is where we're looking. Okay, so how would we find this sell? Okay, we're gonna wait because look at this structure. Look at this is consolidation. We don't know what happened in the future just yet. But if we were looking at this, we would want what structure to break these areas. So let me take off my indicators, and how would you find that? You just throw it right there because we're gonna imagine that these candles don't exist, right? We'll start at 5. We don't know that these candles exist, and we'll still use this quarter level for our mark. So when it sold right here, you could have caught some pips because look, it sold, stayed below the quarter level. You could have been stopped out. Now, if you're trading proper risk management, you probably would have been stopped out once if you held and wanted to go for the 250. But if you got in right here, you would have caught some pips. 51.72 because what? It stayed below. Probably would have came back up though because like look at this candle. We don't know. Again, I don't want to replay that. I'm talking strictly about this right here where we crossed over and we respected this quarter level and it sold. Okay. Now let's look what happened. Again, boom, right here. Retest. Joe talks about this. Retest. We could have caught that on the 1 hour candle as well. Retest. Boom. Came right back up. Quarter level. How are we going to catch these on the smaller time frames, guys? Boom, boom, boom. Even if you put 100 pip stop loss right there, 100 pip stop loss would have been what? 51.24. Did we get anywhere close? No. 51.14 would have been your stop loss. You would have been straight. A little bit of drawdown, but hey, we Gucci. So you would have want to get it. You would have wanted to get in on after this candle closed, the 8:15. You would have seen this candle get on this because why? It opened above this quarter level on the 51, on the 51.25 level. It opened above that level, and then what? We stayed above it. Therefore, that initiated. Even then, again, if you would have got in right here, 51.28, I think we would have hit stop loss right here. Yeah. If, depending again, that's depending on how you would have got in. You could have got in way down here where it retested because what? We want to wait for that retest. Typically, when this candle breaks above, this quarter level, we want to what? I like to say, let's wait for that retest. Let's wait for that retest, guys. So look, we would have got in right before 8:15. So 8:10, boom. Let's wait for the retest, guys. Let's wait for the retest. Boom. Got in, wait for the retest. Boom. Probably would have got in right here, 51.23. Even then, look, 51.18. A little bit of drawdown. You would have got on this. You would probably would have been a little, again, if you're using proper risk management, you won't be scared. But if you're using scary lots, you're gonna be scared. You're like, oh shit, my money. Okay. And we don't teach that here. We're done. Like, I'm done. I'm done. I've done that before. And we want to prevent that. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. It helps you guys prepare the right way so you don't lose. Why would you want to fucking lose? Why would we want you guys to lose? It's the last thing that's on my mind. You guys are our walking testimonies. The only reason Splash Bros exists is because we have testimonies. We have people that are winning. We want y'all to win. So understand that this is important for you to understand what TSQ means. And if you don't, get with us. Okay? Closed mouths don't get fed. All right, y'all? But getting back to this, find the retest. You would have got in right here, stayed above. Again, you're finding what? 4-hour trend, 30-minute structure, okay? 15-minute entry. We found the 15-minute entry. Remember, I told you guys. We would have waited. Boom. Okay. All right, cool. Stayed above. Let's wait for the retest, like Suave said. Let's go to the 5-minute. Let's go to the 5-minute. Let's see. All right, boom. 15 right here. Where's 15? All right, boom. 15. Let's wait. Let's wait for the retest. 5, 30. Boom. Got in at 30 right there. And you would have got in from right here, even at 25. Look, maybe you would have hit TP already. Almost. Stop loss in profit. When you're already 50 pips up, stop loss. You would have been 50 pips up already. Stop loss in profit, baby. We Gucci. That's what we teach too. 50 to 100. And if you want to ride it. That's cool. Ride it to the 250. But always have your stop loss in profit, guys. Again, I want you guys to understand what's going on. So I'm gonna play this fully. Let's see what happened. I think it sold a little bit. Yep, boom, came right back, retested, could have caught an entry again, like TSQ status right there, boom, 100 pips, boom, again, quick, in and out, TSQ again, bot, like, boom, and then we would have wanted for better buys, for you to go into like buys, you would have wanted structure to break in this area right here, where it keeps just testing. You see how it just tested, boom, retest, testing, boom, retest, testing, retest. After this third retest, you're going to want to start considering these cells. You're going to want to start considering these cells. Let me pause it right quick. You're going to want to start considering these cells. Why? Because look, structure. Let's go back. Let's go back to the 30-minute. Look at that structure. Boom. Okay, we see structure what? We already know what 4-hour trend. We're in down. We're in downtrend. So if we wanted to be quick and catch some pips, this is where you would have caught your buys right here. Okay, right here. Now, because of structure on the 15-minute, the 5-minute, you're watching these smaller time frames, you're like, oh shit, it's not breaking this area. And we're already in downtrend. So what are we going to want to start considering? We're going down. We're probably going down, right? That's what we're going to want to start considering. Your bias has to change. And that's something my brother Joe, like, don't always stick to one bias. Sometimes it has to change. I've messed myself over sometimes on blue accounts because of that, because I was just stuck on one bias. During that whole time when we were on an uptrend, we stuck on that one bias, and we got ate up on that one sell where it just fucking, I remember one time where it just tanked. I was sick to my stomach. Sick to my stomach, all right? But considering these cells because of what? Structure not breaking, then not only that, what happened, guys? What happened? It stayed below the quarter level. So let's go back to this right here. Let's see. 30-minute structure, pa. 30-minute structure. What happened? It boom, retest. And then not only that, what? It stayed below the quarter level. TSQ. Trend, structure, quarter level, guys. It's right here in front of you. It's right here in front of you. This call is being recorded. It'll be posted. I told myself before I got on this call, looked myself in the mirror. I'm going to break it down very, very neat and greedy, like nice. All right, gritty, whatever it is. I don't know. Mexican as hell. Um, anyways, get into this, man. Like you guys see this, right? Like throw some flames in the chat. Give me a thumbs up. I don't even care. Just let me know that you guys understand what's going on right here. And if you don't, that's cool too. Because it sometimes could be Chinese. I didn't, the only reason I understand this is because I have experience, guys. You guys gotta understand that. 8+ years. And you know, if you have, the courage to, speak, let's get it, man. Let's get it. All right. Talk to us. All right. So, and I know my brother Joe's busy. I'm busy. I'm gonna be less busy now because of a new opportunity that I got, given to me. Schedule's changing. Things are gonna change. It's gonna be a lot much greater. A lot much greater. Money's flowing. Money's flowing. Okay. So, no, of course, guys. Of course. And again, this call is being recorded. I want you guys to go back to this call, March 15th. Because again, I told myself before I got on here, I want you guys to understand. And I'm glad I have this replay stuff because look, it played out perfectly. Look, you guys understand how it stayed with the trend structure. This was the structure. Look, boom, respected these areas right here. Not only that, it what broke our structure of what? Our TSQ 5125 stayed below. Boom.
Okay, I get it now.
Yeah. Stayed below and then look, even came back up. Even if you got right here, you could have came back up, probably caught another one. And if you were, if you were proper risk management through a point zero 0.01, you could have threw another point zero 0.01 right here and then caught a point zero 0.02. Now you're making money. Now you're catching 200, almost
Fuck
100 hits
yeah.
on 2 trades. Even if you get a little drawdown because what? We're respecting that structure. Again, guys, these EMAs crossed. We were already in downtrend. So these buys that were down here, these were just quick scalps. These are just quick scalps, quick money. But we always gotta what? The trend is your friend. I've been knowing that line since I was 18 years old, since I've started this journey, since I've been a part of day trading. Follow the trend. The trend is your friend, guys. All right. The trend is your friend. All right. And make sure we follow it. We respect it because it will eat you up. Gold will eat you up if you're not respecting these levels. So let's
It
watch how
already
this
did it.
let's watch how this replay plays out. Like we could see how it's respecting. Like, look at that. Again, it respected, broke
Oh
5,100,
my God.
respected the quarter
Let's
levels.
go.
So not
Let's
only that, let's pause it right here. Let's see
hold on.
what happened. It stayed what? It broke structure on 50.75, but what happened? It stayed below. We caught some pips, and that's when you need to get out. Because if you got greedy and thought, oh, I'm gonna catch 250 pips, oh, I'm about to be that, and then you get ate up someone like me in the past,
Like
who my brother Joe is like, yo, just take 70%, just take 70%, bro. And I'm like, 70%, whack. And then you get eaten up, and then now you got no profit. Now you got a blown account. Now you got a negative account or whatever it may be. Now you lost money. Now you stop loss it. Let's not let that happen. Let's not be greedy. Always put a stop loss. I've learned that. I'm respecting that now because I think of my stop loss and shout out to my brother KD as my children. I got to protect my children, right? So I got to protect my account. I got to protect this shit. This is my life, and this will be my lifestyle. Fitness and day trading. That's all it's going to be. Again, we got to be really, really disciplined in order to get the things that we want. So we got to follow what? The plan. All right. Sometimes it's not our plan, it's God's plan. All right, guys. So again, I'm going to let this play out, respect its structure, stayed above. So it came back up and what? It stayed above the 50.75. Not only that, this 30-minute, what? It stayed above this 50.35. So if you even got in right here, what? At 50.83, let's see where the drawdown was. 50.78, guys. Look at that. Another great buy. Another great buy. Not only that, you could have stayed in for however long you wanted to. Because this thing probably would have been dancing. And that's where we get where we call it a set it and forget it. Put the 100 pip stop loss, put the 200 pip take profit or 100 pip take profit. Or if you are watching your trade and you do get in profit, always put your stop loss in profit. That's it, guys. Because again, even if you got in right here and put your stop loss in profit at like break even or even at break even, you still look at the little drawdown that it did. Look, barely didn't even wouldn't have hit your stop loss, nothing, and it would have just came right back up. You just set it and forget it, stress free. Why? Because you trust your trade. Not only that, you trust you. You trust your confidence and you believe in yourself and you believe that anything is possible as long as you put your mind to it. You just got to be disciplined. We got to be disciplined. It's a whole thing. We're a community, guys. We're Splash Bros, and we all splash shit. Not just me and Joe. We're all splashing shit. When we make money, we're splashing that shit. Splash it up. Let's get it, man. All right. So again, I'm gonna let this thing play out. I want you guys to see what's happening. Like, look at that. State above structure. Boom. And this is where we're what? We're calling I told you guys this is where I like that sell because what? It stayed and respected this same area. The same area it broke strong through. You could catch these. That's where these areas just fucking just break through. Those are the areas that you want to watch and have gold come in respect. And if it breaks through these areas, then we know what? We're probably gonna go up. Because why? If I put these indicators on, these things never fucking crossed. These EMAs never crossed. Okay? They never crossed and they stayed and respected a quarter level 51.25, therefore respecting our strategy again that we teach for you to catch some fucking pips, baby. 150 to 100 pips, man, with no drawdown. Look at that fucking what 30 pips drawdown on a point zero 0.01 that's $3 and a point 1.10 that's negative 30. Again, you got to have proper leverage. Don't f yourself over. Stop gambling. We're not teaching you guys to gamble. We're teaching you guys to win, to be winners, profitable traders. All right? Oh, damn well I'm a profitable trader, but it comes with discipline, guys. Look at that. These indicators are crazy. I think we need to do a meetup so I could show you guys these indicators, like show you like what I have these right here and put them in your guys' trading view. Because these things are killer. I'm telling you guys, like it stayed. Like look at that. Boom. It stayed respected. Respect. It just all respect. Look at that again. You could have caught this one. And we're finding these on what, the 30 minute? Yeah, because why? It's structure. We're finding that structure. We want to know what's going on with gold. So how would you have found this in the 4 hour time frames? Look at this. Stayed above. Like you could like this is not something that you want to catch. This is not trendy. This is like consolidation. This is crazy. Like if
So,
the
so Fly, so I have a question. So when the
yeah,
lines cross, that's when you want to buy when it goes up, like when
depending
it
on
crosses.
depending on your bias and what you're looking at or what we're looking at, that's what you want to go. If we're looking like, oh snap, TSQ sells, that's probably because if we're calling TSQ sells up here, it's probably because gold stayed below 51.25. So I'm like, oh, TSQ sell 51.25. Boom, sell right here. Sell, you're gonna sell up top right there. Why? Because it's respecting that area, and I want to make sure, that okay, gold is respecting this area. Let me look left. Let me look left to right. Cool. Respected that. So it respected this area. Not only that, this thing could have came up and retested this area too, because remember that was a good area too, where it was respecting, and it just did that massive sell. But again, this
Oh,
area was a good area to watch as well for the retest. Why? Because I told you it broke through, it just slammed through that thing. So
oh, I
because
see.
that was a good area to watch, even this candle, look at that. Just great rejection. It just rejected the zone for you to
Mm.
know, like, that's a great rejection candle. I know for sure Joe would say that.
Yeah,
Jack.
that's the shooting star or the what's no, that's the graveyard star or some shit like that, isn't it? Oh, the candle,
Something in those lines around the shooting star. Something I know exactly what you're
the
talking about.
graveyard.
In this case, again, great rejection for a bullish trend. And look at that. That's 250, 500 pips right there for that retest area. Okay.
Oh, yeah, I
So
feel it. No, I feel it. That's what I needed to learn though, like the where you guys have the lines and what you
yes,
guys are
sir.
doing on that. That's what's
Perfect.
up.
I'm glad you
Yeah,
understand it today, brother. Definitely glad.
yeah, that's what's up, dog.
And again, this call is being recorded, so if you need to go back to it, definitely watch it. I recommend it because this is probably another great call that I've done. There's other great calls that I've done, but this one again, when we're locked in, like I'm hyped for this week. You know, it's not only again a new opportunity for me. It's my vacation week. You know, but we're not really on vacation because we're always fucking working. Look at that cell, bro. But sheesh. Again, we were on this downtrend this whole last week. Look at that right here.
I'm on. Yo, yo, Suave, I need to show you what it was showing me. Trying to like withdraw money out of the next trade account. It was
Okay.
saying that I wasn't able to take out the money because it was the currency or something. Like I don't know what that meant. It's some
Okay.
weird
Text me and we'll lock in on that. We'll see what's up with that because that's concerning. So I want to make sure you get taken care of. If
wonder if
anybody else,
I'm
go
like,
ahead.
yeah, I wonder if I was trading on the right gold platform, but I'm pretty sure I am.
On
You know,
TradingView, yeah. So yeah, there's different charts. Yeah, I know what you mean. There's different charts that you could look at on TradingView. The one that we look at, I mean, well, at least me, I'm looking at either Owanda right now because they brought it back. That I remember they had took it off. I think they did take it off again
oh,
because I don't see my chart anymore. Honestly, I don't see it. It
right,
used to be right here on the right side, and now it's gone. So I went to
right,
my alerts. Right here, USD cross. See, look, Owanda. It says Owanda XAU USD. Do you guys see that?
yeah.
Okay, you see how it says Owanda? I can't find that chart no more. They deleted that shit, but they did that shit last time. I don't know what's going on. But I have the chart right here because I went to my alerts and I brought it back up somehow. So I'm gonna just keep using this. I'm gonna leave this area right here. So we're gonna go back to where gold's at right now, guys. Okay.
So what chart are you using on the meta? Like, which can I see which one it is
On
exactly so I can make
MetaTrader, it's just we all have the same chart. On MetaTrader, we all have the same because we all have the same broker. That means we all have the same chart. Nobody has a
sure?
different chart on MetaTrader. Nobody.
So we're investing on the right chart then.
On MetaTrader, yes, but sometimes the spread is different. When you see gold doing something on this chart right here, like TradingView, it could be
Yeah.
doing something different on MetaTrader because that broker
Oh,
spread is different. You guys are trading live with that broker. So we got to understand like we're kind of paying a commission fee when we trade, typically.
oh, I see.
There
Right
is
now,
a
no, I feel
broker.
that. I
Yeah,
feel that.
there's a broker that I'm gonna take a look at. Me personally, I'm gonna stop doing the broker thing. I want to actually start doing a funded. So I might even start taking a look at a funded account this week. Again, like
I
I said, I'm not on
I
vacation. I'm working. So I want to
yeah,
do a funded and I want to show you guys like, hey, I
yeah,
was able to pass the challenge. Not only
yeah.
was I able to pass the challenge, but I was able to withdraw. So that way you
Right.
guys have the confidence to say, okay, well, if Suave is
Yeah.
doing a funded, I could do a funded. Now, the difference with a funded account, let's ask Chat GPT. That way y'all know what's up. Because me personally, I don't even know it. I'm not gonna front. I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, I do funded accounts. No, I do not. I don't do funded. I've never done a funded account for the fact that and now I have. Now I have. Let me correct myself. Now I've seen people withdraw. Shout out to my brother Wealthy Gustavo,
Yeah.
Mr. Wealthy Pips, Mr. TSK, creator of them all. Not only that, he is the one that I've seen personally withdraw from a funded. I didn't see that, but he finally posted, and I was like, oh shit! I'm like, finally, I'm like, my prayers got answered out of nowhere. It was funny because I was just like, damn, like telling myself like I want to do a
Yeah.
funded so bad, but me personally, I've never seen it. Finally seen it, and I was like, oh shit, cool. So I'm gonna try his link that he sent me, obviously, because he showed the proof to me where it's like, oh snap, it's proof to me, and it gives me confidence again to go do that risk. So, what is a funded broker account?
Yeah,
Okay.
I seen what it is, dog. You gotta invest. You gotta pay like
Yeah,
one
no, I know what it is. I'm
fee,
just
but
doing it for the
then
call, brother.
no, not affiliate, but they lend you money, and you don't have to pay them back. And whatever you make in profit, you get money out of that profit that
Yeah,
you
but
make.
there's rules that they are very, very strict on. That's what kind of boggles me and that's what kind
Yeah,
of drives me away from that use of a funded broker for the
yeah,
fact that it's not like a live trade where I could make 1200 in like probably 30 minutes, 40 minutes. And
Yeah,
be
it
able to
takes
withdraw
time.
and be able to withdraw like that. Now with the
Yeah,
funded, I gotta pass challenges. I gotta go through phase one. I gotta go through phase two. And depending on your broker, you gotta go through phase three. And then you get your live account. And then when you get your live account, you gotta go through phase one and then phase two, and then boom, and then you can withdraw. That's doing the
oh, I
fucking
see.
most. That's doing the most, and again,
Oh,
respect to those people that could pass those challenges and things like that. Because what does it teach? Teaches discipline. No, no cap.
yeah.
It does. It teaches discipline because your goal is to what? Not blow that account. Because if you blow your funded account, you're donezo. You're gonna have to buy another one. So what does that mean?
Yeah,
That's kind of like what? Depositing it into your broker account again. And the
yeah.
goal is to never keep depositing into your broker. It's always to what? Withdraw. Unless you're withdrawing full funds and then you have to redeposit, which is what I do sometimes. Well, no, I've been doing that recently, just withdrawing everything and then just putting whatever I want to put back, growing it, and then flipping it and then pulling it back out. That's what I've been doing. Well, 200,
Oh,
300, flipping it and then getting everything back, building it back up to 1200. And that's my limit
oh.
right there. 1200, I'll get it to 12, take everything out, leave two in there again. Two to three, whatever again, whatever I deposit. Okay.
And you're doing that off of that right now, off of this, right? You're
That's
talking
that's
about.
what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing right now in the moment. And that's how I trade. Right now, I didn't take no trade. Did I take any trades last week? No, I didn't even take any trades last week. I was calling out trades. But I didn't really take any trades because I was just so busy last week doing a whole bunch of crap. But not only that, this week, man, I'm ready to help y'all. But I gotta go, man. It's 4 minutes left till this call ends. If you guys have questions, please hit me up. David, what's good, my brother? How you doing?
It's good, bro. My fault. I'm doing good. My fault. I couldn't get in here early. I was just getting ready for work.
No, you're good, brother. You're good. I'm gonna have to come and visit your ass, bro. Just come and chill. We could chop it up. When's your break?
Shit. I'm not even in right now, but my breaks. I don't even
None.
think I get break on night shift. Yeah, I don't get break on night shift. I work 8 hours, no break.
What? That's mandatory, bro. Yeah, you get a break.
Yeah, now they still take that shit. Trust, they still take it, so they don't pay you, but you don't. You don't just sit around and take your little 30 minute. You could sit down if you get tired, but
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, because I mean, it's kind of like the graveyard shift, where it's kind of not, well, depending on your area, it's dead or not dead, huh? For sure.
nah, yeah, Thunderbird did that shit, so you don't really do nothing. It's just standing.
Oh yeah.
That's what's
And you
up.
also, I seen that Joe said you got your session in, bro. How was that?
Yeah, we had called. We talked about just more of the. I had put more $10 more into my NTW account, and then we just talked more
Did you,
about like
did you lose?
uh
Did you lose your other stuff?
nah. I still got the $20 other. He just told me I needed like at least 30.
Okay. Oh yeah, to
So
trade gold. Yeah, to trade gold. Just to,
yeah. So I just put in another 10.
okay. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right, bet. That's good. And then, Javi, you're good, right?
Yeah, I'm good, dog. I just got to put more money, and then I want to show you what it was showing me on trying to like withdraw, because I was like, this shit got me like scared. Like I'm losing a lot, you know. But now that I watched what you're explaining,
Mm,
I can understand what I'm doing. You know, like I'm doing wrong. I fucked up, but
perfect. That's good. It
I
happens, man.
I'm gonna make my money back. That's for sure. I'm not gonna give up.
You see
You
how
know?
it's respect in this area? Look at that. Look at it. It's been respect in this area all day. That's why I said, like today, it's
Yeah,
like I can't even call. I can't even call it. We've been in a downtrend. I didn't even know what the fuck to call what we're in right
yeah.
now. On it, like me personally, like it's only been these two candles that are just wicking crazy. Like that's you don't trade this kind of stuff, but unless it's proper, unless you can catch the scalps, exactly what we're talking about, these 30-minute structures, things like that, where it's respecting these zones. Like look at these zones that it's
Yeah.
respecting, but now it's consolidating all crazy.
Well, when you guys call out the call out, I'm gonna for sure watch. I'm gonna put these lines now, but I'm gonna for sure watch when you guys are calling them out. So then I'm gonna start, watching the candles, see how, if it's really working the way we're visualizing it. And
It
then,
is. It works, man. Just again, if you guys need help, let us know. You too, David, please, brother. Please hit
no,
me
I
up.
know it works, but I want to like do it. Now that I learned it, I want to do it. That's what I'm trying to say.
Bet. Hit me up, Javi. That way I'll probably call you in a few. Just give me a moment, and then I'll definitely call you so we can figure that out. And David, you good?
Yeah, I'm all good, bro.
All right, for sure, brother.
Thank
Let
you,
me know
bro.
if you need anything. All right, bro. Much
All
love
right,
to both
bet.
of you.
Appreciate it. Have a good one.
All right, and who's iPhone right here? Who's this one? I don't know who this is. I wanna say what's up.
Thanks, Father, too.
Of course.
Appreciate it.
No, you good, brother. I got you. Well, much love to iPhone too. Both of y'all iPhone people. All right. You too, David. All right, I'll talk to you guys. Stay blessed. It's your boy Suave Flex, man. Let's get
For
it.
sure.
Oh, okay.
Let's go.
Let's get it.
Let's get it. This is why.
Booking.com has dates for absolutely anyone. For instance, imagine you're a vampire thirsting for a lively.
Look, go get the album and the EP.